Okay, going on to topic 5.3, we're going to take a look at multiplying binomial by a binomial through that special method called FOIL, where we're going to multiply the first for the F, the outers for the O, the inners for the I, and then the last. So we'll pause as we do that. So A times A is A squared. Our outers are a negative 3A. Our inners a positive 4A. And our last a negative 12. Now often the middle terms are like terms, so we're going to add those together. So we then get A squared plus A. It's a 1A, but we don't write the 1, minus 12. Now this trinomial came about by multiplying two binomials in the process of using the FOIL. All right, switch, and then we'll let the next person copy this down. So again, we're going to multiply the first, and that gives us a 6x squared. Our outers, a negative 8x. Our inners, a positive 9x. And our last, a negative 12. Again, our two middle terms are like terms, so we end up with a 6x squared plus x minus 12. And again, this trinomial came about from multiplying two binomials. Now in your next class, you're going to be taking this trinomial and reversing this process by factoring a trinomial into its two binomial factors. Our next two examples, as we switch again, here notice that this binomial and this binomial are exactly the same, but we're still going to use the FOIL, and then later we'll multiply these two binomials. They're mostly the same, but in this case this one has a plus and this one has a minus. So we'll pause. We'll do the top one first. So again, the first, 9x squared. The outers, a positive 12x. The inners, a positive 12x. And the last, a positive 16. Again, our middle terms are like terms, so we end up with 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. Now in our next lesson, 5.4, we're going to give you a special way to do these, but right now we're just using the FOIL. All right, let's pause again. When we do the first term, we get 4x squared. When we do our outers, we get a negative 6x. When we do our inners, we get a positive 6x. And when we do our last, we get a negative 9. Again, we have like terms in the middle, but an interesting thing happens to them. They're just going to subtract out. So we end up with this, 4x squared minus 9. Again, in our next lesson, 5.4, we'll have a way to do this. Number 3 and number 4 are, in a sense, special products. Okay, that'll wind this up.